What's up guys, Tim Little. Welcome back to TacticalBassin. Today's video, we're doing a little bit of pond fishing out here with my buddy Jason and Aaron. Gonna go hoof it, walk around this little pond and see if we can catch some bass. Let's go. All right guys, today we're keeping it really simple. Again, you don't want to bring a lot of gear when you're fishing, you know, when you're walking it. So I walk in the shoreline. So I'm bringing a chatterbait, a frog, and a fluke. So you can kind of see this pond's fairly shallow. I'm not shallow, but fairly narrow. You can almost cast across it all the way down except for about out there where Aaron's at. But we're gonna walk around the shoreline and see if we can catch them. Let's go ahead and start with the chatterbait. Typically when you're pond fishing, you see the dam right here, right there. Usually, that's the deepest part of the pond. But I've never been here before, never looked at it on satellite or anything like that, so we'll see. But typically that's where I start. Most consistent water temp, that sort of stuff. Catch a few?
I did. A couple good solid ones.
Did you?
And then I broke my chatterbait off.
Oh, I have more in the truck.
Okay.
I'm not sure why this GoPro is all fogged up. That helped a little bit. There's a good one. There's a nice one. Okay, good. That'll do, guys. Look at that guy. Pretty. You're close to high 4, low 5. Big head, probably 4s. Thanks, dude. Aaron's got one up over there. Found a productive spot. No. It's the problem with shore fishing. Don't know what's out there and you get hung up. Got him. That's a good one. That's a big one. Fast fish, jeez. Got that frog. That's that new Bobby's Perfect frog. Look at hand down in the mouth to get this thing out. Come on. There we go. Whew. That's a healthy bass right there. Awesome. Gotta figure out how to release him. Oh no, broke my rod. Oh shoot. Dang it, must have just hit that whatever just right. All right guys, so I broke my rod tip setting it down. I dropped it thinking I was just in like grass, but I dropped it right on the edge of that rock and busted it off. So I know nothing about this pond. Like I said in the intro, a lot of it I was fishing seemed super shallow, just, you know, counting down the chatterbait until I hit a bottom. A lot of it was less than like 3 feet. So I just kept hiking. Oh, missed one. Hiking and pulled out my phone and had service and checked Google Earth and realized that there's a deeper channel on the back side of all this stuff over here that I was hiking around. And first cast, missed one on a chatterbait and picked up the frog, and second or third cast with a frog caught that really nice one. So see if it's a pattern down here in this deeper channel. Oh. And that fish caught it. There's one. Just trying to keep my arms up out of the way of the camera for you guys and push the camera down so you could see. It came off, but another nice fish. Look at that big bass at the back of my hand. I got literal, my hand was so deep into that fish's mouth and throat to get that frog out. I got teeth cuts on the back of my hand. Wish I had like a flipping stick to flip and pitch and punch that stuff. All those fish are gonna get it back up underneath there. Big overhang. That's where the ambush from, but I don't have the right stuff with me. Oh, ate it on the fall. So I was saying, I think if you could flip these this little grass line and these little pads, I think you could mess them up. That fish caught that one. I knew you could flip these. Flipping a chatterbait. Another nice one. Thanks, bud. I literally just pitched this out over there by that little palm and it ate it on the fall.
up, buddy?
What's up?
All right, so what am I grabbing?
Well, I just caught one flipping a chatterbait. If you're coming, I would grab your chatterbait, maybe grab a spare chatterbait, and then something to either to flip or topwater. Jason would be perfect with his bait he was throwing yesterday, the Senko and stuff.
And how'd you break your frog rod?
Dude, so I dragged that big one up on, you know, I have the chesty on, so it's kind of awkward, right? So I'm like making sure that the camera's pointed down, so I got my chest kind of sucked in and shoulders rocked forward, and I dragged the fish up onto the shoreline, and I go to grab it, but it's all muddy, so I drop my rod thinking that I'm in grass, but I dropped it right on a rock and it just snapped.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks, dude. So all I'm doing in this canal, or I'm gonna call it a canal, because even though it's not its own separate canal, it's just a channel, but I'm just fishing the edges. It seems like the middle's, the deepest part is about probably 3.5 feet or so. It's not very deep, but these fish are hanging along the edge in that vegetation, ambushing from there. And so I'm casting there, trying to fish parallel as much as possible, and then sometimes picking up bites out in the middle as I come across, if I throw across to the opposite shoreline. But really wishing I had my frog right now, because it was only the second cast in and got that big one. So might have to trek back to the truck to get another rod, or get some scissors to retie this frog on my broken rod. That one caught it. Feels like a good fish. Yeah, it's a good one. Look at the weight coming. Another really nice fish. Oh. That's a nice one right there. Nice healthy fish. Thanks, girl. That's literally all I brought with me. Some flukes and some chatterbait trailers. I did bring a swim bait. So far, chatterbait and the frog is key. Fish bent that hook out a little bit. Another good fish. Not as big as the last one, but thanks, bud. Oh, these fish are all really nice. Come on. Thanks, bud. That just fell out. Thanks, dude. Again, just fishing that grass line, you know, fishing here, fishing out in the middle, and then fishing that vegetation edge over there. That was just a few feet off the edge. Just a different direction, different angle. I'd already fished it from right up here, coming down, threw back to it, and caught her. Bring him over here. Nice one, dude. Just keep him coming. I don't want to fall in the water. There you go. Nice work, bud. Okay, Jason just caught a nice one. That one's big. See, I got it. There she goes. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. I gotta limp my way back to the truck. Just broke off my chatterbait. No more chatterbaits. I got that frog, the broken frog rod. Again, totally my fault. Super bummed. Just dropped it right, that tip right on the rock, and I heard it go tink, and I looked back after I let that fish go, and I'm like, oh no. But have thrown the frog a little bit with that rod tip still on there, and obviously it's not working the way it's supposed to. So we're gonna wrap it up. Got I think three really nice fish, 3 or 4 other really quality fish. You know, if I got 2 more big ones, I'd be working on like a high 20, low 30-pound bag on a pond. So that's awesome. But all in all, great time. Let's talk a little bit about the pond. So you guys, I don't know how much of it I'll cut out in the beginning, but I started down there at the dam, at the deepest part. And before I actually put the chesty on, I was just checking out the pond, and I caught 2 on the chatterbait, and had thrown a mag draft, a freestyle, didn't get bit, but worked all the way along this far edge and only picked up, I think, 1. I had a couple bites, but it just didn't seem very well, very good. You know, they dropped the pond, they've dropped the water. You can see all this backwater back here is normally underwater, but you can see that they've dropped it, so it's cut off, and you can see that this is more like a lake instead of a pond when the water's high. But I found some key pieces of the wood in the water. It was visible. You know, it's always hard. You know, when we're talking about bank fishing, guys are always like, you know, I'm afraid to throw expensive lures out. You know, I don't want to lose them because it's hard to get them from the bank. Well, I agree with you. It is, I lost 2 or 3 jackhammers out here, so a little bit pricey, but I caught my first nice one right over here, close to that second little stump in there, and then worked my way back. I got on my phone, looked at an aerial image, and noticed that it looked deeper back here. There's actually, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a canal back there. So I walked all the way around, probably 3/4 mile or so, and then started fishing, and that's where I caught that big one on the frog, and then worked that channel, that canal, all the way back. Kind of showed you guys how to do that, both edges and then right down the middle, and picked off some really nice fish, couple really nice fish. Lost a bunch, you know, just, it's always a little uncomfortable, a little different trying to do a hook set with the camera right here, the chesty, so you're kind of like high sticking and then trying to keep the camera away. So I just had some of them come off, it just happens, but caught some really nice fish in there and had a great day. Hopefully you guys enjoy the shore fishing stuff. I love pond fishing. You know, even though this is normally a lake, with the water low, it is pond now, and was able to walk about, you know, 3/4 of it. So I still haven't fished the entire side back on this side. On, I guess I could show you, on this side, I haven't even made a cast down the whole length this way, but I'm out of baits. So guys, we appreciate the support. If you like this video, if you're a bank fisherman, pond fisherman, and you like to walk and catch fish from the shore, give us a like. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.